Picture yourself in this scenario. You've finally stepped aboard your cruise vessel. The waiting period has concluded. Your luggage is put away and you're prepared for a full week of complete maritime relaxation. However, less than 60 minutes later, something seems wrong. The cuisine doesn't align with your expectations. The staff appears hurried, and the atmosphere surrounding you doesn't suit your preferences. All of a sudden, a worry emerges. Have I chosen the incorrect cruise company? The truth is that each cruise company possesses its unique character. Certain ones are designed for continuous entertainment, while others cater to peaceful elegance. Certain companies emphasize value pricing, whereas others focus entirely on premium experiences. And the important point is, selecting an unsuitable one for your needs can determine whether your entire trip succeeds or fails. I've dedicated many years on the water, experiencing everything from economical brief excursions to once-in-a-lifetime premium journeys. And in this presentation, I'm organizing the prominent cruise companies from least recommended to most recommended, ensuring you understand which companies deserve your earned income and which ones might require reconsideration. Stay tuned because I'm not simply reciting names. I'll clarify the tangible distinctions you'll experience aboard, the subtle characteristics most inexperienced cruisers don't anticipate, and methods to align the appropriate cruise company with your vacation preferences. When I finish, you'll understand the complete scenario and recognize precisely which vessels deserve your attention. Very well, let's begin immediately. Position 10. Carnival Cruise Line. Let's begin with Carnival. And listen, Carnival carries a certain image. The entertainment vessels, the bright illumination, the unlimited hamburgers and frozen cocktails, the somewhat hectic atmosphere. And honestly, that image contains truth. Carnival is created for vacationers seeking maximum entertainment for minimal expense. The prices represent some of the lowest available, making it extremely attractive for anyone seeking a brief escape. And the atmosphere is undeniable. From waterside celebrations to stand-up performances, activities never stop. However, here's what inexperienced travelers frequently miss. Carnival offers unpredictable quality. One evening you could dine at the premium restaurant thinking, "This exceeds my expectations," and the following day you're experiencing extended waits for tepid noodles in the primary dining area. That variability defines the Carnival journey. The sleeping quarters are functional, yet simple. The interior design can seem overwhelming, and anyone seeking a tranquil escape will find themselves disappointed. Shows are large, dramatic, and somewhat unpolished. Staff quality varies based on the employees and vessel capacity. Does this mean Carnival is inferior? Absolutely not. It simply means understanding your commitment. For friend groups seeking oceanic celebrations, Carnival works perfectly. For families wanting numerous children's activities, it succeeds. However, anyone dreaming of gourmet meals, cultural exhibitions, and peaceful wine moments will experience dissatisfaction. Position 9. MSC Cruises. Moving forward is MSC Cruises. MSC is intriguing because they rule the European marketplace, yet in North America, they're still establishing their brand. Their vessels are showy, featuring abundant glass, expansive central spaces, impressive stairways. Boarding immediately creates the sensation of entering a luxurious resort resembling Las Vegas at sea. The cost typically undercuts their rivals, which attracts many. However, the reality is this. MSC can deliver one of the most variable cruise journeys available. Staff performance sometimes seems inconsistent, partly because employees manage numerous languages and cultural differences. The cuisine, based on my observations, ranges from remarkably outstanding to quite ordinary. However, here's the insider knowledge. MSC's Yacht Club. This represents their premium vessel-within-a-vessel approach, and it entirely changes the journey. Exclusive pool area, personal attendant, included premium dining. Truthfully, Yacht Club resembles a luxury company like Regent more than standard MSC. Without upgrading to Yacht Club, you'll likely notice the budget reductions in the vessel's main sections. Another consideration, MSC's European voyages possess a distinctly different character from their American cruises. In Europe, you'll observe extended routes, delayed evening meals, and a highly diverse passenger population. In America, the offering resembles a direct alternative to Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Final assessment, MSC represents a risk. Reserve it when the cost is unmatched and you're interested in experiencing something different. However, anyone seeking a reliably refined journey might prefer one of the companies ranked higher. Position 8. Norwegian Cruise Lines, NCL. At position 8, we have Norwegian Cruise Lines, NCL. Their primary appeal is unrestricted cruising. No scheduled meal times, no formal attire requirements, no inflexible framework. Want raw fish at late evening? Proceed. Want beef and a theatrical performance the following night? Accomplished. That adaptability is wonderful. However, here's the complication. The superior cuisine on NCL typically isn't available in the complimentary locations. It's available in the premium restaurants, requiring additional payment. And although their meal packages can reduce the financial impact, it indicates your unrestricted journey becomes expense-based if you genuinely desire their finest offerings. NCL's strength lies in shows. Their recent vessels showcase complete theatrical productions. We're discussing productions like Jersey Boys, Kinky Boots, and even Six. The standard of those performances truly distinguishes them compared to most standard companies. And for nighttime activity enthusiasts, NCL offers some of the most energetic night spots and drinking establishments at sea. However, here's the honest evaluation. Norwegian can seem costly after calculating all the additional charges. Beverage plans, internet connectivity, shore activities, meal enhancements. Everything accumulates rapidly. And without purchasing those additions, the fundamental journey sometimes seems insufficient compared to Royal Caribbean or Celebrity. That acknowledged, NCL is ideal for anyone desiring independence without schedule constraints. It's also excellent for romantic partners and friend groups who appreciate live performances and evening entertainment. However, for families or financially minded vacationers, the constant additional charges can be genuinely frustrating. Position 7. Holland America Line. Currently, let's discuss Holland America. The company your elder relatives likely experienced, and justifiably so. Holland America has operated for more than 100 years, and that legacy appears in their vessel designs and routes. The atmosphere aboard is peaceful, sophisticated, nearly modest. You won't discover water attractions or aerial cables here. Rather, you'll enter a keyboard lounge, perhaps a culinary workshop, or possibly a presentation about the destinations you're approaching. One aspect Holland America executes exceptionally well is destination engagement. They're especially capable in Alaska, partially because they possess their own accommodations and private railway transportation. This enables them to provide combined land and sea options that extend far beyond the vessel itself. For anyone wanting to observe ice formations, protected wilderness, and animals more thoroughly, Holland America is superior. Regarding cuisine, it's reliably good. Not extravagantly luxurious, but very dependable with several exceptional premium locations. Staff performance is refined. You can recognize the employees are properly trained and value the company's heritage. Currently, here's the limitation. The passengers. Holland America draws an elderly population, and the atmosphere reflects this. You'll encounter fewer children, fewer high-energy occasions, and more individuals reading literature near windows with tea, which is excellent if that matches your preference. However, anyone in their 30s, vacationing with children, or seeking evening entertainment will find Holland America quite slow. And that explains my 7th position placement. Quality company, outstanding for appropriate travelers, but unsuitable for everyone. Position 6. Princess Cruises. Following next, Princess Cruises. Princess is noteworthy because it's frequently viewed as Holland America's somewhat younger relative. It maintains that conventional cruising atmosphere but incorporates additional diversity and vitality. Princess is particularly recognized in Alaska. Actually, alongside Holland America, they control that territory. They've funded their own accommodations and railways. Therefore, if Alaska is on your wish list, Princess is among the leading options. The vessels themselves achieve a pleasant equilibrium. They're sophisticated without seeming pretentious and contemporary without excessive flashiness. Cuisine standard is substantial, particularly when exploring premium dining. Their Italian establishment, Sabatini's, and the Crown Grill Steakhouse regularly receive commendation from experienced cruisers. One distinctive advantage Princess possesses is its medallion-class innovation. It's fundamentally a wearable gadget that substitutes your access card. It opens your quarters as you approach. It enables beverage ordering to your current location, and it can assist locating your companions aboard. For convenience lovers, it's revolutionary. Where does Princess underperform? Shows and evening activities. Anyone expecting theatrical quality performances or late evening celebrations will experience disappointment. Princess provides shows, certainly, but they're more conventional. Consider staged performances, musical acts, and game programs rather than innovative content. Overall, Princess suits romantic partners, families spanning generations, or vacationers seeking that traditional cruise journey with contemporary additions. It's not the most thrilling company, but it's dependable, pleasant, and reliably quality. Position 5. Disney Cruise Lines. Fine, at position 5, we're transitioning to something distinctly different. Disney Cruise Lines. I understand your thoughts. Disney is exclusively for children, correct? Actually, not precisely. Certainly, Disney is the premier cruise company for families. The children's facilities are unparalleled. We're discussing engaging environments where children can meet Marvel champions, construct mechanical companions with Star Wars personalities, or socialize with Disney royal characters. The degree of planning and funding here surpasses every other company significantly. However, here's the unexpected aspect. Disney also accommodates adults exceptionally. The vessels feature restricted age pools, relaxation areas, and shows, and their premium dining establishments, Palo and Remy, compete with anything available on Celebrity or Regent. The shows, theatrical standard renditions of Disney favorites like Beauty and the Beast or Frozen. These performances alone justify the admission cost for Disney enthusiasts. And regarding admission cost, that's the issue. Disney is costly, occasionally twice what you'd spend on Royal Caribbean or Carnival for comparable routes. Sleeping quarters are more spacious than typical. Cuisine exceeds expectations. And the staff, in traditional Disney manner, is flawless. The employees exceed expectations to create everything seem enchanting. Therefore, who benefits from Disney? Naturally, families with children gain the most, but Disney is also excellent for devoted Disney enthusiasts of any age or adults seeking a cruise with additional enchantment incorporated. Simply prepare to spend because this isn't an economical choice. Position 4. Celebrity Cruises. Currently, let's advance to Position 4. Celebrity Cruises. Celebrity markets itself as contemporary luxury, and truthfully, they fulfill that commitment. Their Edge-class vessels like Celebrity Edge and Apex are stunning in design. Rather than vibrant colors and tricks, you receive elegant construction, elevated gardens, and fashionable relaxation areas. The renowned Magic Carpet, that vivid orange cantilevered structure that travels vertically along the vessel's exterior, exemplifies how Celebrity approaches design differently. Cuisine is a significant advantage here. Celebrity has numerous included dining areas, each with distinct themes, so you're not confined to the identical location nightly. Premium dining is outstanding, also. Venues like Le Petit Chef provide distinctive experiences unavailable elsewhere. The passenger demographic on Celebrity is predominantly adults, romantic partners, friend groups, cuisine enthusiasts, and vacationers seeking a more sophisticated environment without entering ultra-luxury costs. Shows are refined and imaginative, though not as magnificent as Royal Caribbean's enormous productions. Another significant benefit, Celebrity staff. The employee-to-passenger proportion is elevated, and it's evident. Staff members recall your identity, your choices, and they achieve equilibrium between approachable and expert. Where Celebrity might disappoint is for families and thrill enthusiasts. There aren't water attractions, racing vehicles, or skydiving recreations. The emphasis is on elegance, staff, and cuisine, which explains Celebrity's high ranking for me. It understands precisely its identity, and it executes it remarkably well. Position 3. Royal Caribbean International. Currently, we're in the leading 3, and discussing cruising requires mentioning Royal Caribbean. If cruising were an amusement park, Royal Caribbean would be Disney World. Their vessels are enormous, dramatic, and loaded with activities that occasionally make you overlook you're even on water. Board one of their Oasis class or the recent Icon of the Seas, and it resembles entering a floating metropolis. Central Park in the vessel's middle, featuring vegetation and authentic plants. Wave recreations, aerial cables, and vertical climbing structures. Water performance spaces with elevated diving demonstrations, frozen skating areas, automated drink servers, you imagine it, they've likely incorporated it onto a vessel. However, here's what individuals don't always comprehend. Royal Caribbean isn't exclusively about display. It's about selection. You can dedicate your entire cruise relaxing poolside and consuming pizza at Sorrento's, or you can experience premium dining at Chops Grill and Wonderland. You can attend a theatrical musical one evening and a comedy performance the following. Families can all discover their own happiness area. Children at the water park, adolescents at the game room, adults at the beverage lounge. The disadvantage: masses. These vessels can accommodate over 6,000 passengers, meaning popular locations fill rapidly. Anyone who dislikes queuing or navigating a crowded pool area will need to organize their day carefully. Royal also exhibits some nickel-and-diming tendency. While the standard cruise costs provide substantial value, numerous exceptional dining experiences, activities, and even internet connectivity are supplemental. However, compared to Norwegian, Royal typically seems somewhat more proportionate. You can enjoy yourself without extra spending. However, for the complete impressive experience, you'll certainly feel tempted to spend more. Why does Royal Caribbean rank so elevated? Because they've succeeded in becoming the premier comprehensive cruise company. Whether you're inexperienced, a family, or simply someone who appreciates choices, Royal provides an experience that's difficult to surpass. Position 2. Virgin Voyages. At Position 2, we have the innovator, Virgin Voyages. Richard Branson entered the cruise sector with a distinct objective: discard the conventional approach and begin anew. Initially, Virgin is exclusively adult. No children, no allowances. That immediately alters the atmosphere aboard. Rather than noisy young children at the buffet, you experience a fashionable resort-style environment that seems youthful, stylish, and contemporary. The vessels themselves are streamlined and modern with interior design that resembles a specialty hotel in Miami more than a conventional cruise vessel. There are over 20 dining locations. And here's the remarkable part: they're all included. No additional charges for premium dining. Want Korean grilled meat one evening and an innovative premium dining experience menu the following? Proceed. Service charges are also included, making the cost seem more honest compared to standard companies. Internet connectivity is complimentary, carbonated beverages are complimentary, group exercise sessions are complimentary. It seems refreshing in a sector that typically attempts to extract every additional dollar. Shows are where Virgin genuinely transforms conventions. Rather than theatrical performances, you experience engaging theater, variety shows, drag performances, and music specialists performing late into the evening. Some of it is provocative, some of it is genuinely unconventional, but everything seems designed to astonish you. Virgin isn't suitable for everyone. Anyone seeking a conventional cruise with keyboard lounges and formal evenings will strongly dislike it. However, anyone under 50 or simply youthful in spirit and seeking a cruise resembling a fashionable comprehensive resort, Virgin is among the most thrilling choices available currently. The sole genuine limitation: it's still recent. The collection is limited, the routes are more restricted, and not everyone recognizes it yet. However, allow time because Virgin is transforming the industry. Position 1. Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Ultimately, Position 1. Regent Seven Seas. If Royal is the amusement park and Virgin is the fashionable specialty hotel, Regent is the premium white-glove ultra-luxury journey. Regent vessels are considerably smaller than the massive vessels of Royal or MSC, transporting just several hundred passengers rather than thousands. This means no masses, no queues, and a staff level you simply don't experience elsewhere. Employee-to-passenger proportions are among the sector's finest, and it appears in every exchange. The sleeping quarters, they're not even quarters, they're accommodations, expansive, magnificently designed, and all featuring exclusive balconies. Cuisine is internationally excellent with establishments serving meals that could rival prestigious dining venues on land. And the optimal aspect: nearly everything is included. Transportation, transfers, shore activities, internet connectivity, premium beverages, top-shelf alcohol, service charges. It's all incorporated into the cost. This means after boarding, you don't need to consider finances again. There's no nickel-and-diming, no promotional presentations, no upselling pressure, simply complete relaxation and luxury. The routes are also more unusual. Rather than 7 evening circuits in the Caribbean, you might discover yourself on a 14-evening voyage through Asia or investigating small harbors in the Mediterranean that massive vessels simply cannot access. The clear disadvantage is the cost. Regent is costly. We're discussing tens of thousands of dollars for accommodations on certain routes. However, for those who can manage it, Regent represents the summit of what cruising can achieve. It's less about being entertained continuously and more about being attended to at the maximum possible standard. Therefore, while most individuals will never experience Regent, it claims the premier position because it demonstrates what the absolute finest cruise journey resembles. And that concludes it. Every prominent cruise company organized from least recommended to most recommended. From Carnival's celebration vessels to Regent's ultra-luxury accommodations, each one provides something distinct. The essential lesson: there's no universal optimal cruise company for everyone. It's entirely about discovering the one that aligns with your vacation preferences. For the financially conscious seeking simply an enjoyable escape, Carnival or MSC might be completely adequate. For cuisine enthusiasts who appreciate elegance, Celebrity will seem like belonging. For anyone desiring enchantment, Disney will astonish you. And for anyone prepared to spend extravagantly, Regent will demonstrate cruising at its summit. The error most individuals commit is presuming all cruise companies are identical. They're not. And when you align the appropriate company with your character, that's when the enchantment occurs. Currently, I want to learn from you. If you had to experience one cruise company for your remaining life, which would you select? Share it in the responses. I'd appreciate viewing your responses. And if you appreciated this analysis, don't conclude here. Examine the following presentation on display where I disclose the most significant cruise strategies that most passengers are completely unaware of. Additionally, select the connection in the description to obtain your complimentary manual with 50 cruise strategies that'll preserve your finances, anxiety, and time on your subsequent voyage. Your journey is simply commencing.